1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018. They'll run with the third-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now here's Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And DeForest Buckner using those big hands and getting in there and bringing him down for the sack. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Rodgers on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Ryan. This one completes Alec Pierce. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
out.
out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do...
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Colts, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Leaping, and he makes the grab. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's the rookie out of Rutgers, Isaiah Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago, 11 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100.
Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, here's the 2022 draft class for Kansas City, and some extra selections for them in this year's draft CD. And you notice that for a team that obviously has been very good on offense for a while, they really focused on defense in this draft class.
Yeah, and they were able to focus on offense during free agency, although they did bring in receiver Sky Moore in the 2nd round to help fill the void at that position. But you're right about the defensive side of the ball. Cornerback Trent McDuffie, the 21st overall pick. Defensive end George Karlaftis, the 30th overall pick. And safety Brian Cook in the 2nd round. And one of my favorite players, the big guy, Leo Chanel, 3rd round pick out of Wisconsin as an inside linebacker.
A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Mahomes now to throw.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And we are tied at 7. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. These two teams all tied after 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor.
And some room to roam now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down. it's Ryan. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
With every game, with every season, Travis Kelce, he just confirms his greatness. Streak of 1,000-yard seasons is now up to 6, and he's made 7 straight Pro Bowls, and his numbers have ranked him among the best tight ends to have ever played in the NFL. Another first down right there to add.
That's caught inside the 20, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 64 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
First target, first catch, and a first down. Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep. They juked him. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 12 more yards there and another first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, Taylor, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early?
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Ryan to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 36. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They're going to look to throw. Past the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 95 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down.
And he's got Pierce. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Quiddy Pay picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So the opening drive of this third quarter, they're trying to set the tone for the second half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
And some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Mahomes.
That's complete to Tony.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jerick McKinnon.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Yet again, Ryan is intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
13 yards remaining on second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chiefs are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Trent McDuffie brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made, but they may back him up 10 here and have him do it again.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
comes right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. They go play fake. Mahomes. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan.
That's complete to Pierce.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, and who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Here's Ryan.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Again, Ryan.
Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ryan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Deion Bush with a pick.
And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for KC. 48 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 60, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And Ryan's throw there caught by Gallup. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. To throw again is Ryan. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
One last shot for Ryan. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Chiefs, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.